You know what gets me about high school? Folks always think the quiet ones are easy targets, the ones you can corner, maybe even break. But they never stop to ask, what if that silence isn't weakness, but warning? Let me back up a sec, because this story starts not with shouting, but with a silence so thick you could choke on it. And a girl named Eden Thomas who'd mastered the art of being invisible, until the day the world just wouldn't let her hide anymore. It had been 29 days since Eden started at Crestview High, this castle of old brick and new money on the edge of a town that's never known real struggle. She'd worked out a rhythm: slip in after the crowd, slip out before the rush, eat lunch alone with her back to the wall, keep her head down, her sneakers quiet on the polished linoleum, eyes on her tattered notebook. Her mom, Lorraine, pulled off 3 jobs and 100 miracles just to get Eden inside those district lines, and Eden knew what was owed. Keep your head low, don't get noticed, don't give anyone an excuse. But fate, cruel as it is, always knows how to trip you up. One lunch hour, just as Eden was about to disappear behind her calculus notes, the library doors creaked open, and in swept Brielle Atwood and her court. Brielle, with her gold hair and laughter sharp as glass, queen of the lunchroom, who could bend a hallway with nothing but a stare. Eden kept her gaze on her sandwich, but she could feel the temperature drop, the air shift. Brielle had spotted her, and Brielle didn't forget faces. The next day, Eden's ritual cracked wide open. She rounded the science wing, and there they were: Brielle, Lena Foster with her $1,000 smile, Maddie Crane cracking gum, and Kennedy Marsh, built like she could block the sun. They boxed Eden in, bodies loose, eyes glinting. "You lost, new girl?" Brielle purred, her phone barely pausing in her hand. Lena chimed in. "I heard your mom's working nights at the Petromart." "Like actual nights, not charity." Kennedy laughed. "That jacket, saw one just like it in the Goodwill bin." Eden just stood there, binder hugged tight, knuckles white, jaw clenched. Not a word. Because the trick wasn't to run, it was to endure. And deep down, some tougher part of her whispered, "Hold the line. Don't give them the show they want." But silence, for all its strength, is a dangerous shield. That day, when she finally got her locker open, a note fluttered out, for words in loopy cursive. "Know your place, outsider." No one saw, but Eden's fingers curled tight. That was the moment the clock started ticking. Nights at home were no softer. Her mom rarely made it in before midnight. Their one-bedroom apartment rattled with old pipes, but Eden felt safest there. Until that night she found her bike mangled under the street lamp, tire slashed, seat marked with a fresh threat: "Stay where you belong." Maybe that was meant to scare her. Instead, something inside her hardened, quiet but unbreakable. School turned on her like a tide. Whispers everywhere. In chemistry, Mr. Brightwell kept glancing at her test scores, hinting around about retests and fairness. Funny how the only random checks hit the scholarship kids. By third period, the rumors about her cheating had sunk roots deep. In the cafeteria, no seat was safe. The old sanctuary of the library was shut. No food, no loners, not anymore. She ended up in the far corner, tuna's sandwich untouched, while laughter bounced across the room like rubber balls. Brielle snapped a picture of her, phone flashing. Eden sat frozen, cheeks burning, stomach twisted not from hunger but humiliation. And yet, out of the blue, came a spark. Maya Rojas, a junior from calculus, dropped her tray beside Eden's, unwrapping a tamale with steady hands. "They want you to run," Maya whispered, not looking up. "Don't." For 10 silent minutes, that little act of defiance echoed louder than any fist. It was a twist Eden never saw coming. A friend, real and simple, but things escalated fast. Her school account was hacked, browsing history altered, fake evidence planted to frame her for cheating and hacking. Suddenly, she was staring down a formal disciplinary hearing, with evidence piling up, anonymous emails, fake screenshots, even a doctored audio file. Principal Carter called her in, voice all polite and brittle, warning about protocol and administrative suspension. Eden sat there, spine straight, and said, "Why am I the only one this protocol applies to?" But the answer was in their eyes. They'd already picked a side. With nowhere left to hide, Eden turned to the only place that felt real, the old martial arts dojo above the laundromat. Sensei Markham was a man of few words, hard as stone, but he saw through every mask. That night, her punches snapped sharper, her movements more precise. Anger and fear braided into each motion. Markham watched, then finally pulled her aside. "Don't let them make you forget who you are," he told her. "Pain's part of the process. Suffering in silence isn't." Eden didn't cry. She went home, opened her battered notebook, and started to write. Every thread, every rumor, every bruise, every time a teacher looked through her. Proof. Evidence. The beginnings of a fight. The final trap snapped shut on a Thursday. Maya found her, breathless, clutching Eden's wrist. "They're setting you up," she whispered. "Brielle and them. They'll bait you, try to humiliate you, catch it on video, make it look like you snapped." Eden's heart hammered, but her mind was clear. "Let them try," she said. That night, Sensei Markham handed her a pen with a hidden recorder. "You don't need to swing first," he said, "but if you need to finish it, don't hold back." Friday, after the last bell, Eden walked into the science lab alone. The door clicked shut behind her. In came Brielle and her crew. Plus a surprise, Lexa Montgomery, lacrosse captain, bigger than the rest, confidence coiled tight. Brielle waved a plastic spoon, mocking. "On your knees. Eat this. Maybe we'll let it slide." Phones out. Cameras rolling. The whole scene set. Eden stayed still, gaze level. "I'm not crawling," she said. "Not for you. Not for anyone." Lexa lunged. In a blur, Eden sidestepped, locked Lexa's wrist, spun her flat on the tile. Controlled, not cruel. Maddie rushed in. Eden parried, another one down. She used every ounce of discipline Markham taught her. Defend, disable, but never destroy. When the dust cleared, Eden held up the still recording phone. "Delete it, or I send mine to the principal." In that moment, Brielle's face cracked. She knew the power had shifted. Monday morning, Eden walked into the principal's office with a folder of proof, audio, video, fake histories, witness statements. Principal Carter listened, watched, and by noon, the school's tech team had traced the hacks right back to Kennedy's computer, Brielle's group project logins, all of it. One by one, the empire fell. Brielle, Lena, Lexa, Kennedy, Maddie. Suspended. Scholarships revoked. Parental threats bounced off a wall of hard evidence. By Wednesday, Crestview was changed. The silence left behind wasn't fear, but relief. But the best part? For the first time, teachers apologized. "We believed the wrong people," Mr. Brightwell admitted. Eden didn't gloat. She took it all in, calm, knowing the victory wasn't just hers. It was for every kid who'd ever been boxed out, laughed at, accused. The principal called her in again, offered her a seat on a new student advisory council. Real changes, real voice. Eden agreed, but only if we're not pretending anymore. And they meant it. Weeks later, flyers went up for free self-defense classes, open to any girl who needed a safe place. At the first session, a nervous freshman landed her first block and whispered, "I didn't know I could do that." Eden just smiled. Her old notebook was now the Crestview Protocol. Guides for evidence, affidavits, digital safety, all passed on to new hands. Before long, other schools called. "Can we use your protocol?" Eden wrote back, "I didn't survive. I changed the rules." Justice, it turned out, wasn't about revenge. It was about building something nobody had to survive anymore. Eden's story ended not with a spotlight, but with a quiet walk down Crestview's main hall, head high, the word outsider repainted as trailblazer. She never asked to be a symbol, but by refusing to disappear, she built a path. Now, if you're still listening, tell me, what would you have done? Have you ever seen the system tilt and thought, someone should fight back? Drop your thoughts below, Because the next kid who walks these halls deserves more than silence. They deserve to know they belong. And that's a fight worth joining every single day.